The more you succeed, the more their jealousy is exposed. Their attempts to mask their feelings are becoming less effective, and their true emotions are increasingly evident in their behavior. Their jealousy is now a glaring part of their demeanor. Each success you achieve seems to exacerbate their envy, making their true feelings impossible to overlook. Their jealousy has become an unavoidable aspect of their interactions with you. Despite their efforts to appear unaffected, their envy is seeping through in every word and gesture. The pretense they've tried to maintain is faltering. Their jealousy is becoming more obvious, manifesting in subtle but unmistakable signs of discontent. Their attempts to hide their jealousy are growing more transparent. It's becoming clear through their actions that they're struggling with feelings of envy and inadequacy. Their jealousy is now a defining feature of their interactions. Their reactions to your success are increasingly driven by envy, making their true feelings hard to miss. Every achievement of yours seems to push their jealousy to the forefront. Their efforts to mask their true feelings are failing, and their envy is more evident than ever. Their jealousy is no longer confined to subtle hints. It's becoming a major part of their behavior, revealing how deeply they're affected by your success. The facade of calm they once maintained is now crumbling. Their jealousy is surfacing through their actions and reactions, making their true feelings apparent. Their jealousy is now an open book. It's clear in the way they respond to your successes, and their attempts to hide their feelings are growing increasingly ineffective. The mask of composure they wore so well is slipping away. Their jealousy is becoming more visible, and their actions are betraying their true emotions. Their envy is spilling out in every interaction. The more you achieve, the harder they find it to hide their jealousy, and it's becoming increasingly obvious. Their attempts to conceal their jealousy are falling apart. Their behavior is now a clear reflection of their deep-seated envy and frustration. The signs of their jealousy are becoming more pronounced with each passing day. Their attempts to act unaffected are failing, and their true feelings are coming to light. Their jealousy is becoming a prominent aspect of their behavior. They're struggling to maintain their composure, and their envy is becoming increasingly evident. The facade of indifference they've put up is now cracking. Their jealousy is showing through in their actions, revealing just how deeply they're troubled by your success. Their jealousy is now an unavoidable part of their interactions. They can no longer hide their feelings, and their behavior is a clear reflection of their envy. Their attempts to mask their jealousy are no longer working. It's becoming clear through their actions and reactions that they're deeply affected by your achievements. Their jealousy is becoming a major feature of their demeanor. Their attempts to appear unaffected are failing, and their true feelings are increasingly visible. The more you succeed, the more their jealousy is exposed. Their efforts to hide their envy are becoming increasingly transparent, and their true emotions are surfacing. Their jealousy is now a visible part of their behavior. They're finding it harder to conceal their true feelings, and their actions are revealing their envy. The pretense of calm they've tried to maintain is slipping away. Their jealousy is surfacing in their every interaction, making it clear how deeply they're affected. Their attempts to hide their jealousy are growing more desperate. It's becoming increasingly obvious through their behavior that they're struggling with envy. Their jealousy is no longer something they can mask. It's becoming a major part of their behavior, revealing their true feelings through subtle yet noticeable signs. The more you achieve, the more their jealousy becomes apparent. Their actions and interactions are now clear indicators of their deep-seated envy. Their attempts to act unaffected are failing. Their jealousy is increasingly visible, manifesting in overt signs of discomfort and resentment. Their jealousy has reached a point where it's impossible to ignore. Their behavior is now a clear reflection of their true feelings, revealing their envy. Their attempts to mask their jealousy are unraveling. It's becoming clear through their actions and words that they're deeply affected by your success. The signs of their jealousy are becoming increasingly clear. Their behavior and interactions are now marked by visible signs of envy and discontent. Their jealousy is now a prominent feature of their behavior. It's evident in the way they act and react, revealing their true feelings through every interaction. Their jealousy is bubbling to the surface, and it's no longer something they can conceal. They're showing their true colors through subtle actions and sharp comments, revealing just how deeply they're affected by your success and happiness. The more you achieve, the more they struggle to mask their envy. Their attempts to downplay your accomplishments are growing more transparent as they find it impossible to hide their discontent. In their quest to keep their jealousy under wraps, they've started making passive-aggressive remarks. Their attempts at seeming nonchalant only highlight their underlying feelings of insecurity. Their jealousy is becoming more apparent with every interaction. The small jabs and snide remarks are their way of expressing feelings they can't directly confront. It's clear they're feeling overshadowed and threatened. They've reached a point where their jealousy is spilling over. Their efforts to undermine you or belittle your achievements are a direct result of their inability to control their envious emotions. Every time you succeed, their facade of indifference slips a little more. They're finding it increasingly difficult to hide their jealousy, and their actions are becoming more desperate and obvious. Their jealousy is no longer a hidden emotion. It's now visible in every aspect of their behavior. Whether it's through backhanded compliments or overt criticisms, their true feelings are impossible to ignore. They've tried to mask their jealousy with a smile, but their eyes betray them. It's in their subtle reactions and the way they avoid eye contact when you share good news. The more you thrive, the more their jealousy becomes a glaring part of their demeanor. Their attempts to project confidence are falling short as their true feelings of envy become more evident. Their jealousy has reached a breaking point, and it's manifesting in increasingly obvious ways. Their actions and words are now clear indicators of their discomfort with your success. The facade of being unaffected is crumbling. Their jealousy is showing through in their interactions with you, as they can no longer hide their resentment and frustration. Their jealousy is becoming a constant undercurrent in your relationship. Their inability to mask their envy is evident in their curt responses and their attempts to belittle your achievements. They've reached a point where their jealousy can no longer be contained. Their attempts to hide their true feelings are failing, and their behavior is reflecting their growing discomfort. The signs of their jealousy are becoming more apparent. Their passive-aggressive behavior and the subtle digs they make are clear indicators of their struggle to deal with their envy. Their jealousy has become a prominent feature of their behavior. They're finding it increasingly difficult to maintain a facade, and their true feelings are spilling over into their actions. It's become clear that their jealousy is eating away at them. Their attempts to seem unaffected are becoming more strained, and their actions are revealing their true feelings. The more you excel, the more their jealousy is exposed. Their behavior, once subtle, is now marked by overt signs of envy and discomfort. Their jealousy is no longer something they can hide. Their reactions and interactions are becoming more transparent, revealing just how deeply they're affected by your success. Their jealousy is bubbling to the surface, manifesting in passive-aggressive comments and envious glances. It's clear they can no longer keep their true feelings hidden. They've tried to play it cool, but their jealousy is unmistakable. Their reactions to your successes are becoming more pronounced and less controlled. The mask of indifference they wore is slipping. Their jealousy is now visible in their every move, from the way they speak to the way they act around you. Their jealousy is starting to show in their daily interactions. They're struggling to keep their true feelings under control, and their envy is becoming more noticeable. The veneer of politeness they once maintained is cracking. Their jealousy is seeping through in their words and actions, making it clear that they're deeply unsettled by your success. Their attempts to hide their jealousy are failing. Their actions are increasingly driven by envy, and it's becoming harder for them to maintain their composure. Their jealousy is now evident in their every gesture. The more you succeed, the more they reveal their true feelings through increasingly overt actions. They've reached a point where their jealousy is impossible to ignore. Their attempts to mask their envy are becoming more transparent, and their behavior is reflecting their discomfort. The facade they've been keeping up is falling apart. Their jealousy is seeping through, manifesting in increasingly clear and noticeable ways.